Hi, I'm John from Germany, western part of Germany. So I'm I think in a way of starting. Also, we don't have DSO yet. We have 2 practices. We started 5 years ago. And we have 120 employees. We scaled up from 15 employees 5 years ago. We have 21 dentists right now in our organization. And we try to build the DSO by our own, so right now it's completely owned by us. And on the other side, we founded MedMagnet. I think everybody knows that the recruitment part is one of the hardest. And we founded MedMagnet for the recruitment. And we scaled it out 2 years ago, just in Germany right now, and try to find money, a little bit of money, so investors to scale a little bit faster. And of course, the impressions from the meeting here is unbelievable, of course, for me, because we are learning so much through building up the DSO.
Excellent. Thank you, Dr. Jennessen. Mark, tell me a little bit about how important, especially for a startup, how important has it been trying to at least, if you haven't instituted a culture, at least try to institute one?
I think the cultural part is one of our cornerstones to build up the possibility to grow. If you don't have culture, you don't find any kind of employees. You are not able to scale up. You don't have any identity in the market. So for us, it's one of the biggest parts right now to build up the culture, to settle the culture, and to give our employees the idea which culture we want to live. And I think the cultural parts all over the market in Germany are quite different. So there are a huge number of very little practices in Germany, and they are, of course, not that cultural as we. I saw it when we were 15 members in our company. It was such another thing that now we have 120. You need the identification with your own company, and this is a cultural thing. And for growing up, I think it's one of the most important cornerstones.
Another thing that I've seen is that another way that organizations will try to handle and deal with things is through standardization. So that can be for an organization that has only 4 to 5 locations to those that have 500, 600 locations, thousands of locations. And so, because complexity really isn't your friend, and so in the US you'll have certain DSOs that are across many different states, and they'll have to deal with those different cultures, different values, just all the complexities from those different states. But then you're also adding to that, especially your organization is adding to it, not just because of regional differences inside one nation, you're also in many different nations. So have there been certain things that you've done to try to standardize things in your organization, and how effective have they been?
Yeah. So from the beginning, we were in a kind of mood that we want to standardize everything. So we were in our treatment concepts, in our communication with the patients, everything, what you said before. And we try to avoid the noise, because we know from the beginning that the noise can get all your attention and then you are not able to go forward. And so we try to, this is quite a difference to all of you, I think. We are building from the ground, so it was all plain. We could do what we want to do, and our concept is also the de novo idea. And so we try to build this very strict and very strong. But of course, I see after these experiences we get here that we will face some problems in the future. Of course, the guideline theory is one of ideas I enjoy very much, because I know that when we want to scale up, we want to build more de novo clinics, that sometimes one of the doctors will say, maybe this is better for me, and then we have to stay open and be agile. But I think we have a very strong grounding, and I don't think that there were some doings where I would say it wasn't worth it. So everything was going in a direction where we learned a lot of our doings, and then we came to a very good.
Very good. Mark, what about you? What for your design? Fair enough. So let's go to maybe another piece of it, right? So wherever you are, there's regulations that you have to deal with. And so I wanted to get a sense from each of you, how has regulations impacted your organization? Dr. John, just start us off.
Right now, not really. We're too short for a lot of regulation, but we know that the regulation system, we talked a lot in our group on these days where we are here together, that we have to give us a good standing for the regulation system in Germany. And maybe we can manage a little bit of work together to be stronger, because, as I told you before, in Germany there are the main view, it's one clinic and one owner as a doctor. Wow. And we have to change this idea of clinic in Germany, I think, and we have to do a joint venture to go in the regulation system and to give a little bit more power to improve this side of dentistry and also the company character of a practice. Sure. This is Germany right now, so I think we are a lot behind the US and maybe also UK. And yeah, we have to work together, but we are feeling it right now not very strong.